What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. It's a video you've all been waiting for. Marx versus Codie Taylor. Who do I think is the better player in international rugby? Now what I'm going to do in today's video is give brief stats of the Lions and the Crusaders, stats for Codie Taylor and Marx, as well as the international stats for the All Blacks and the Springboks. Both players have had an outstanding year, showing why they are two of the best hookers in the world. Obviously, we have a lot of competition in Ireland, Argentina, England, and all the other various countries around. But for me, these two are the standout. Codie Taylor, because of what he's achieved for the All Blacks, being in the #1 team in the world, as obviously as well. Marx, just purely of what he's done in the rehabilitation of Springbok rugby, where they've come from really down and out last year to rebuilding slowly but surely, but being the main impact player there, who's really stood out and shone for the Springboks. And that's why I'm comparing these two fantastic players today. Before we get started into the business of today, if you are new here and haven't subscribed yet, make sure you head over to that subscribe button and click it, as well as the bell icon next to it, and make sure you're part of this journey. Lots of rugby videos still to come, so make sure you don't miss out on it. Hit the subscribe button and join the family. So let's get to some of the stats of today. Now I'm going to start with obviously provincial level first. Codie Taylor is really done amazing this year. If we look at his attack statistics, he scored 14 points in the Super Rugby campaign, 3 tries, 308 meters made, 37 carries, 12 defenders beaten, clean breaks 12, 47 passes, 5 offloads, and 4 tries, assists. Truly remarkable stats on its own, just from an attack point of view. If we look at defense, we've got 121 tackles, 16 missed tackles, 10 turnovers won, and 11 turnovers conceded, and only 14 penalties conceded, which is really amazing stuff. Now I know Codie's played a few minutes less than Marx. I don't know if that's because maybe Marx played more game time, or Codie maybe went through a niggle, or just got replaced second half and all that stuff. So it will be interesting to see the final stats of it. But if we look at Marx, now on attack, he scored 60 points. Which is truly amazing. 12 tries, 405 meters made, 67 carries, 31 defenders beaten, 11 clean breaks, 42 passes, 5 offloads, and 3 try assists. Now obviously Codie beats him there with tries, assists, as well as passes. Clean breaks is pretty even Steven, 11 to 12. Defenders beaten 12 versus 31. Very interesting stats, and obviously 100 meters more in Marx on the attack, and then obviously tries is truly amazing, and points scored. So Marx has really had an outstanding season on the attack. It's truly amazing. 12 tries is truly brilliant. If we look at defense, 106 tackles, so that's less than Codie Taylor, who got 129. 18 missed tackles, 27 turnovers won, that's more than Codie, and 17 turnovers conceded. But here's the problem with discipline. He's had 11 penalties conceded. Now this is an interesting stat when we get to the internationals, but before we get there, let's finish up here. So both these boys are not bad at discipline, honestly, penalties here and there, but no cards at all, which for a whole season, thumbs up to those two brilliant players. But from a points point of view, obviously Marx is ahead. He is quick, he is nippy, he is just quick at everything he does. Obviously he was a flank in his schoolboy career, so he does have the speed of experience. But I mean, those points alone are truly amazing stuff for these great players. Yeah, those are the Crusaders and Lions stats. Let's get to the All Blacks and Springboks stats. Right, so if we look at the statistics from attack for both these players, Codie Taylor scored 10 points, 2 tries. So he's ahead in the point section, because Marxie only scored 1 try. Meters, 199, 23 carries, 8 defenders beaten, 7 clean breaks, 31 passes, 3 offloads, and 4 try assists for Codie Taylor. Now Marx, he made 128 meters, 19 carries, 6 defenders beating, 5 clean breaks, 17 passes, and 2 offloads. Now, you would, because of the dominance of the All Blacks, you would expect this to be a wee bit different, because they did score more points and are the current champions. But we can't take a fact that these two both are really brilliant for the international circuit. I mean, if we look at defence, 68 tackles, 6 missed tackles, 3 turnovers, 10 turnovers conceded. Now that's for Codie Taylor. 35 tackles for Marx, 8 missed tackles, 9 turnovers, and 3 turnovers conceded. Now the difference here between these boys, 4 penalties conceded for Codie Taylor, not 1 for Malcolm Marx this year. Now obviously international stats are going to be different, because both Marx played less games than Codie Taylor. Codie played 9, whereas Marx only played 6. So Bongi Bonambi made the team more just for testing when Rassie was playing around with teams, which he did against England as well as the championship, or more it was England, though when those games were very different. So the stats unfortunately are quite a bit different for these two in international terms. But if we look at Marx, he got man of the match against the All Blacks in Pretoria, so that was alone impressive. His force was truly felt for South Africa against New Zealand. He had an impact in both games, which was truly amazing, especially in the game that we beat the All Blacks. And obviously Codie Taylor having his say, having his part, playing for the All Blacks where they won the championship. He will obviously get more on that side from a stat point of view. But for me, the overall opinion of these guys, now Marx, as I said, has been in the news as one of the best. Codie, recently spoken by Ryan Codie, saying that he will pick Codie Taylor any day over Malcolm Marx. I think as fans of the game, we will all be 50-50 on this, because they are both so good. But man, to have both these players in your team will be truly outstanding. They are both legends of the game. They are both youngish, so they've got a good career ahead of them. They've got a big World Cup coming next year. I think Codie Taylor, if I'm not mistaken, has only played 1 game in the World Cup, whereas Malcolm hasn't played anything in the World Cup as of yet. So it's going to be very important and exciting for him as he goes into this big phase of the World Cup, meeting it there to see who will stand out. Now obviously these teams do face in the opening game, so the battle between the two will be there. It will probably be met again in the playoffs. So it's going to be exciting. These two are really going to have a point to prove as to who is the better. But what I do like, and I said this earlier in this video, is none of them are trying to be the best. None of them are trying to say I'm better than them, or I'm better than Codie, or I'm better than Malcolm. They both are playing the game out of respect for their team and country, and that's all you want as a fan. You want to see these players playing to the best of their ability and not show arrogance, show heart, soul and passion in the game that we love. So for me, I'm going Malcolm Marx. Just of what he's achieved, where he's taken the Springboks from the rehabilitation, as I said, from being really down in the outs, 57-0, to really showing an improved Springbok side, taking them and being a very important factor in the wins that we've had, in the games that we've played. He was man of the match last year, 2 weeks after that rugby championship, demolishing against the All Blacks. He was man of the match again this year against the All Blacks. And I think he was man of the match in Port Elizabeth as well, I think. So truly, really incredible stuff. But obviously we're all going to have our own opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think is the best? Codie Taylor or Malcolm Marx? For me, I am going Malcolm Marx. I just think he's achieved a lot more. Obviously from an international stat, as mentioned, he's played less games than Codie, so unfortunately it's a bit uneven there. But what we've seen, these two are pretty basic, pretty even Stevens. I don't mean basic, they're bloody brilliant, but even Stevens really. But I'm picking Malcolm Marx, and I got it, he's South African as well. But I mean, no disrespect, Codie Taylor is just as good, just as capable of achieving all he needs to do in the the line-outs, into everything that he does as a player. If I have to pick out a weakness for Marx, I'd say line-out throws. Codie Taylor wins there. But as a player and what he's achieved, I'm going Malcolm Marx as my better player of the year so far. We'll see what happens as this year goes into November internationals. Both countries have big contests against Ireland for New Zealand and England. We've got England, Wales, Scotland. So it's really going to be epic to see what's going to happen. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think's better, Malcolm Marx or Codie Taylor? And while you're down there, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all future uploads. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, as well as turn on the bell notifications. More videos to come, and I'll see you guys soon for another video. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.